It is good to be back. It's a brand new year of NASCAR racing and a brand new season now of Sport of Speed. Joining you from the Phoenix Raceway infield experience, you can be right here too. Already coming up is the championship preview, the Shriners Children's 500, coming up March 7th, 8th, and 9th. And of course, I'm still already pumped. NASCAR Championship Weekend is right back here, this jewel in the desert, Zoomtown, USA, on October 31st through November 2nd. Brand new season, brand new action, brand new stories to tell. I'm your host, Devon Henry, as we go through the world of motorsports. NASCAR, Arizona, National, you name it, it's all right here on Sport of Speed. We kick off officially the 2025 NASCAR season next week at Daytona International Speedway. We're gonna be there, Sport of Speed coming at you from the 67th running of the Daytona 500. Over 100,000 fans screaming in the stands, and that doesn't even count the tens of thousands of RVers in the infield as well. One driver will solidify his name in the NASCAR history books and raise the trophy for the legendary Daytona 500. That's just chapter number 1 in finding your way right here at Phoenix Raceway and becoming a NASCAR champion. But first, to get to the championship, you have to start the new year just like we're going to on Sport of Speed. Time to take a look at our starting grid and all we have going on week number 1 of Sport of Speed right here on CW7, Arizona. We get to sit down with Phoenix Raceway Track President Latasha Causey as we prepare for Shriners Children's 500 race weekend, March 7th, 8th, and 9th right here at Phoenix Raceway. And you can't talk to Latasha without bringing up NASCAR Championship Weekend, returning October 31st through the November 2nd, right here at Phoenix Raceway. And we hit the high intensity, high action, high rev sport of Supercross, who just showed up in Glendale for round 4 of their season. An Arizona native, Julien Beaumer, as he has a shot at a Supercross Championship over the coming months. All that on the way. But we kick off a brand new year of Sport of Speed, looking ahead to a brand new season of NASCAR racing. AJ Allmendinger has a brand new start at Kaulig Racing. Back to full-time driving in the NASCAR Cup Series, looking for trophies and hoping to bring one to his son, Arrow. This past offseason, which is his second year as a father, going through the months of December and January. So what exactly did AJ learn about his son, Arrow? Let's find out here and get to know AJ Allmendinger on the inside lane.
Yeah, he's crazy. Like he's got, I feel so bad for Tara because she's basically got 2 to take care of now. Like it's full energy, no sleep. I mean, it's nonstop and doesn't want to sit still, wants to be doing something. And it's been a lot of fun. It's crazy. Like, you just look back even, it feels like, 3, 4, 5 months ago. And I guess it's kind of the way it goes for parenthood, but he seems so grown up compared to just a few months ago. But it's been a lot of fun. Christmas was kind of hilarious. It's like he opened the first present and like he was locked into that. He had, the whole house was basically his of presents and he locked into that first one and wouldn't even come open other ones. So, yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work for sure. And as I said, it's more feel bad for Tara because she's got 2 boys with a lot of energy that just are nonstop.
Well, I think it might be even scarier for Tara once he puts like a racing helmet on, but I did notice that he just got one helmet off, a special helmet. He was born with a skull condition called craniosynostosis, and son, that fellow NASCAR driver Ryan Vargas, a condition that he was born with as well. So I wanted to talk to you about that community and what, in a way, that has impacted you. Watching Arrow go through this as a young infant, and then something that, like Ryan Vargas, something that you carry with you for the rest of your life is kind of a badge of pride.
Yeah, for sure. And it's with that whole community, as it happened, pretty much as soon as Arrow was born, you could kind of see it. And, you don't know much about it initially, and you start reading into it. And the community side of it, that was something that Tara and I, and especially Tara, because she was constantly in chat rooms and on websites and stuff. And as people saw, as we updated it, as Arrow went through all of it, it felt like we were helping a lot of people understand it. because it's scary, right? Like you have a newborn, and next thing you know, they're having surgery on their head and their skull, but the doctor that we had, he told us right away, he's like, oh, it's way worse for you two. Like he's not even gonna know. And it really was like he was in surgery, was out of surgery quick, and like bouncing around and had no idea that it just happened, and we were nervous wrecks. So he's graduated from the helmet, and he's doing well, but definitely something. And Ryan had reached out to me as we put it on X and Instagram and kind of was going through the journeys. So definitely something that we got educated on, and hopefully we help more people understand it. And it's scary, but you get them with the right people, and it's super easy. And they don't even, I would say the only issue with it is the fact that he got very confident with a helmet on. So the helmet came off. The confidence is still there. So it's more running around the house trying to make sure he doesn't just bounce his head off stuff, because for a long time he could do that and had no idea that it hurt.
Oh, man. And I'm sure that, when I talked to you in Las Vegas, you were disappointed that you didn't get a trophy in Las Vegas with Arrow there. He wasn't at the race. So now I'm sure that you're excited to try to go to get a Cup Series trophy and have Arrow at the racetrack. First season back at full-time Cup racing after a year off, back in the Xfinity Series. Is there anything you miss in particular about being a full-time Cup Series driver?
I honestly, and I don't know if I'm kind of in the minority of it or what, I just really enjoy driving the Cup car. There's definitely things that aero-wise and just, how they race that NASCAR keeps continually trying to work on. We're trying to make better for us, for the fans. But in general, I actually enjoy driving the Cup car. The stuff we've done in the off season, it's really, I don't want to say it's the first time like being super pumped about the direction that we're heading, but the first year as we got this car, like we didn't really even have a Cup program. We were trying to put it together and get to Daytona. Last year I felt like we obviously had to take a step back a little bit in certain ways, but this year it's kind of full steam ahead of people that we're adding, some of the things that we're doing. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's I don't know how you don't know until you kind of get early on in the season how it's going to help, but they've put a lot of effort in the offseason in the Cup program, the most effort I think we've put into it, and hopefully it helps.
And it's a long, grueling season. Now at over 40 years old doing this full time, what kind of investment do you personally have to make to consistently maintain the title of best hair in the garage? I know it takes work, and you're still looking great. So what does that take through 40 weeks of racing to keep that title all year long?
Well, I mean, I laugh because it's between last year and then, a couple years ago when I was full-time in the Xfinity Series, I just say I'm actually cut my schedule down because, 2 out of the last 3 years, I've done like 50, 52 races. So I'm actually just taking less. Now, don't get me wrong, it's less off weekends for sure, but I'm doing less races this year. So, once you get in the flow of the season, your body's used to being in the car every weekend and things like that. So yeah, I don't, to me, it's not a huge difference. In certain ways, it'll be easier just because we don't have any Xfinity races planned this year. So I can just focus on one car each weekend and not have to kind of split my time up in a lot of races. So I think that's something that'll be even a little bit easier than I've dealt with last year.
You didn't answer the question about the hair.
Oh, the hair.
You're great, but I need tips, dude.
Yeah, it's perfect gel to hair ratio. So, knock on wood, I still have most of my hair, and we're not losing that. So hopefully it stays like that.
Coming up on the other side, it's time to chat with Phoenix Raceway Track President Latasha Causey. Not just the 2025 NASCAR Championship Weekend ahead, but also the Shriners Children's 500 coming up March 7th, 8th, and 9th. And get to know Supercross 250 West Class points leader Julien Beaumer, the Lake Havasu City native, leading the way looking for a championship at 18 years old in the high-energy sport of Supercross. All that coming up on Sport of Speed.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring.
This ought to get pretty wild here.
Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains.
Oh yeah, baby, let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
When I started to compete, they told me I should stop. When I came in dead last, they told me I should stop. When colleges didn't recruit me, they told me I should stop. What they didn't know is that I am unstoppable.
CNA champion, Anthony. Let us help you be unstoppable with your financial goals at desertfinancial.com.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovey's Santan Ford in Gilbert. We are Santan Ford.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
Now bust a move, bust a move, bust a move.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget.
Let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
I am ready for October 31st, November 1st and 2nd. NASCAR Championship Weekend is right back here again at Phoenix Raceway. We crown 4 champions in 3 days right back here at this jewel in the desert. I do not care that we have not started Daytona yet. I don't care that the season has not started yet, because we are still pumped here at Phoenix Raceway to get things ready for NASCAR Championship Weekend. Yes, we will see you at the Daytona 500 first. Yes, be sure to get your tickets now for the Shriners Children's 500 coming up March 7th, 8th, and 9th. But I'm still pumped up that we're going to host the championship here once again. You know who else is pumped? Track President here at Phoenix Raceway, Latasha Causey. Everything going on these past few years at NASCAR Championship Weekend has elevated the sport, elevated what Phoenix is, a championship city. So let's go and chat with that Phoenix Raceway Track President, Latasha Causey, an Arizona native, an Arizona State grad. Let's get to know the track president and get a little bit more ready for not just NASCAR Championship Weekend, but the Shriners Children's 500 Race Weekend, March 7th, 8th, and 9th, presented by Phoenix Raceway.
Truly, it's just a testament to our fan base as well, right? Our fans are the ones who tell us that they want to be here by selling out every one of the races. Every championship that we've had has been sold out here in Phoenix. And so we're really excited about that. And so we're just really grateful to have the race here in 25.
Back in February, this track was awarded the Track Award from NASCAR for diversity and inclusion. What are you guys doing here? What are some of those pillars, some of that foundation that you've built here to work on that, grow in that, and be the leader you are in that category?
Yeah, well, that was truly humbling. Honestly, for me, naturally being in this role for the last year and a half, I know when you came here and you first asked me, my first interview that I had with you is, hey, what do you want to do? And it was really just to diversify our fan base. I told you then, and I say it still now, is that there is a space and a place within NASCAR for all of us, our existing fan base and our new fans. And honestly, I have just been extremely humbled by the amount of people who have come to their NASCAR races for the first time in the races that I have been leading here at Phoenix Raceway. And so to be able to get recognized for that, that's not why we do it. We don't do it for recognition. We do it truly for engagement. But when I got the phone call that Phoenix Raceway was going to be recognized for that, I was extremely humbled and really grateful for my team, because it takes the whole team in order to be able to accomplish what we have done and what we will continue to do here at Phoenix Raceway.
And so you wear a lot of hats here at Phoenix Raceway, not just president, but also you're the welcoming committee for the campers when they come in during the week. You're the pace car driver for tours. You're a promoter of this track, a promoter of this race in the community. What's the most fun hat that you wear, though, as track president of Phoenix Raceway?
I mean, I don't know. It's a teammate, right? I have the best team here in Phoenix. We have a whole lot of fun here, whether we are, like you said, whether we are driving the pace car, track laps for charity, which was really fun. Being down here with all of some of these people are not even necessarily NASCAR fans. They just really want to be able to have the opportunity to come and drive on a racetrack. When I'm talking to each one, they're like, we've never been to a race, but we'd love to come out here to give money to charity, but drive on the track. And so it's just really being able to do a little bit of everything. So I can't say that I have a favorite thing besides being a teammate with the rest of the Phoenix Raceway team.
You are a Valley resident, Arizona State alumni. You spoke at graduation this year. What is this racetrack and what does this championship weekend mean to this community?
Yeah, well, really it means everything. We want to be a pillar within this community. The track was built in 1964, of course, since being rebuilt, but we've been here since 1964. So we just want to be continued to be known as a pillar within our community. We want people to know that they're welcome to our home, but we also want people to know that we're also willing to go out and serve and do our part as well. So truly for me, it was humbling and such an honor to be able to speak to the students at ASU. Go Devils, any opportunity I get to say that. So it was really, really humbling to be able to do that. But all the things holistically that we get to do for the community here at the racetrack is just a plus up of the great things that we get to do.
Be sure to get your tickets now for the Shriners Children's 500 Race Weekend at Phoenix Raceway. March 7th brings the return of the ARCA Menard Series to Arizona, the furthest that they travel out west all year long. On Saturday, March 8th, the NASCAR Xfinity Series hits the track. The best young racers in all of NASCAR racing looking to make a name for themselves. And the big show on Sunday, March 9th, is the NASCAR Cup Series has our Shriners Children's 500 in a championship preview. And next week, we are coming at you from the 67th running of the Daytona 500. Be sure to join us for all the coverage from Daytona Beach, Florida, right here on Sport of Speed next Saturday at 6 p.m. And, of course, be sure to keep up with all the stories, all the content coming up from that race weekend at Daytona on our social media pages here on your screen. The NASCAR season unofficially kicked off last week with the Clash and the sport's return to the historic Bowman Gray Stadium. But do you know which college football rivalry was the venue's inaugural event? When the facility opened in 1938, it was made for football with a track added around the field. Its first ever event was a 7-0 victory in front of 10,000 fans as Duke defeated Wake Forest en route to a Rose Bowl appearance and a number 3 ranking to end the year. Sport of Speed returns after this.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. Get your tickets now at PhoenixRaceway.com. The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. Get your tickets now at PhoenixRaceway.com.
Before we say goodbye, we find ourselves on the dirt of Monster Energy AMA Supercross. 1 week ago, they had round number 4 of their season right here in Glendale, and it was an Arizona native with his name atop the point standings. Lake Havasu City's Julien Beaumer started his life in the lake on jet skis. Now he's one of the most promising prospects on the dirt bike racing scene.
The adrenaline, the danger, everything about it is just such a good feeling, especially when you're out here in these stadiums, packed night, the noise. It's just a feeling I don't think you get anywhere else.
18-year-old sensation Julien Beaumer has catapulted his way up the ranks. The Lake Havasu City native first climbed aboard a dirt bike at just 3 years old and later started racing jet skis on the world-renowned Northwest Arizona lake. One day he was faced with a choice: keep riding jet skis on Lake Havasu or pursue a professional dirt bike racing career.
Dirt bikes is definitely the way to go.
After a pair of amateur SMX Next wins, including one at his home state race in Glendale, Beaumer found himself escalated onto one of the top professional teams in all of Supercross, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Now in his sophomore pro season, Beaumer has burst through, claiming the 250 West Class points lead and the red plate that comes with it, with just 6 races to go in the season.
It really means everything. I mean, coming into the season, I knew I'd be one of the guys, but to do it this early and honestly, I expected it, but it wasn't like I thought it was going to come a little bit later into the year. To come and do it this early, I think it just shows how much work we put in this off season, and yeah, I'm excited to put on a show and ready to have some fun.
His definition of fun: standing atop the podium, just like he did for the first time in his professional career just 3 weeks ago in San Diego.
The 18-year-old from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, is the newest winner in Monster Energy AMA Supercross. Julien Beaumer, you're a race winner!
Yeah, that one felt good just to get that first win under the belt. I got a little nervous halfway through that main event and just tried to calm down and really try to perfect what I was doing. But yeah, to get that one out of the way is a little bit of a reliever, and I feel like now it's just putting the pieces together, keep fighting each week, and keep getting better.
From an unknown teenager to the championship frontrunner, the son of a French immigrant who calls Arizona home, Beaumer has a shot at writing his name in the history books as a Supercross champion.
It'd mean everything. That's the plan. Go out there and keep winning races and fight for this championship. So to bring home a championship at the end of the season would be a dream come true for me and I think for Arizona.
Thanks for joining me here at the start of a new season of Sport of Speed right here on CW7 Arizona. And be sure to join us next week. We will be coming at you from Daytona International Speedway, the Daytona 500. All the coverage will be right here on Sport of Speed. But until I see you next time, make it a great week.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring.
This ought to get pretty wild here.
Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget. The best-in-class fan experience meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains.
Oh yeah, baby, let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
When I started to compete, they told me I should stop. When I came in dead last, they told me I should stop. When colleges didn't recruit me, they told me I should stop. What they didn't know is that I am unstoppable.
Let us help you be unstoppable with your financial goals at desertfinancial.com.
Discover more Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino.
Hi folks, here are your drinks.
Where having fun means racking up reward credits with the Caesars Rewards loyalty program that can be redeemed for food, free play, hotel stays, and more. Not only here in the city of Maricopa, but also at more than 50 Caesars properties coast to coast. From Harrah's Las Vegas to Caesars Palace in Atlantic City. What are you waiting for? Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino, the official sponsor of Play.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovig's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring. Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR is coming to Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget.
Let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.